James, you want to talk us through the new contract, how it came about, how you feel about it?
No, obviously I signed a year extension. Delighted to be here, be a part of the club for another year. And no, I think my agent kind of started talking with the club like just after pre-season, and no, I think it's worked really well. Like me and the club over the years, and I'm just delighted to keep working hard here and hopefully keep playing a part in the success of the club.
The manager always talks about your professionalism year after year and continuing that relationship with yourself. That will be the same for you in terms of working with Brendan.
Yeah, I think I really enjoyed his first spell here, and then when he came back, I think there was maybe 3 or 4 players that I'd had him before. So I think I think me and Carl, we told a lot of the younger boys and that they would enjoy working with him. And I think just throughout the time through last season, I think that became apparent. And as I said, I'm delighted to extend my deal, and hopefully he's here as well.
Forgive me, but I think I'll take you to 35. How do you feel about that? Would that be it for you, or do you still see beyond that?
Honestly, I think in football it's so hard to think about then, and just obviously like what's going to happen with myself in the last year. Like football can change so quick, so no, I'm delighted to extend my stay, and I'm just going to work as hard as I can to be here for as long as I can, and obviously it takes me till I'm 35, but I think it's a good boost that I've come back in the last season and helping the team out when I can. So no, I'm just going to keep enjoying it. I'm really enjoying like the kind of last 9 months. I've loved every minute of it, and I'm just going to keep enjoying every training session and every game I'm involved in.
I think you've won 24 major trophies in your time here, one behind Bobby Lennox. How does it feel being mentioned in the same sentence as him?
No, it's unbelievable. I think when you hear stats like that, it's amazing. Like all the kind of sacrifices you make to play here, and there's been so many highs and success I've had here, and as I said, that I might only have a couple of years. I don't know how long I've got left, so I just need to make sure I really enjoy it, and then once I finish, I can really look back and like the stuff I've achieved with the club.
What would it mean to you if you were to overpass Bobby?
I think the most important thing, it means that the club is successful. I think I've been here for so long, so it's the only team I've been at, and I think because of the success of the team, then that's why I've maybe been here for so long. I think it goes without saying, if the club weren't winning cups and trophies and doing well, then like I probably wouldn't have been here for as long as I have. So just playing that small part, it's made me manage to win the amount of trophies that I've have. But as I said, I've been involved in so many really good squads, and obviously managers and staff as well.
James, would you like to finish your career at Celtic? Is that something you think about?
I've never really thought about it, but I think when I get older, and I've realised, like especially the last couple of years, like when you're in the kind of Celtic bubble, it's when you're winning league titles, you're playing in the Champions League, and I don't think there's much better. And as I said, like my kind of role in the team's maybe changed the last couple of years, but I've enjoyed and loved every minute of it. And as I said, I'm going to just keep working hard and to be here as long as I can. And I've never thought about that, but especially as I'm getting older, then I think it will be.
Just in terms of the team at the moment, I spoke to Brendan at the weekend. Obviously, he made 6 changes. The team were 5-0 up at half time. You've been here for such a long period of time, such a successful period of time, but how does this squad compare to other squads that you've been part of through the year? Because it seems that every single player in the squad seems to be playing so well at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that's really good for the manager and the coaches that he's got that, and you see every day in training, like maybe the boys that start that like the next day, the boys that are training that have maybe not played, that the standards are always really high. And I think when the manager has changed it at times this season, the players that have come in have done really well. And I think we've had a couple of international breaks, which has maybe gave us a wee kind of checkpoint. But I think December and January, I think you're going to really need the squad, and the amount of like international players and how strong the squad is. I think that's good for everyone.
No one's really speaking about it, but obviously the club haven't lost a game domestically this season. And when you compile that with how well they're doing in the Champions League, Could this be one of the best seasons you've had at Celtic?
Yeah, I think the manager says like kind of last couple of months the season last year, and then we went into pre-season, we just kind of kicked on, and I think that the squad and a whole new signings have helped with that as well. But I think, as I said, like I think everyone's been working hard with a really good pre-season. As I said, I think we've just kind of kicked on from there.
You mentioned make sure you enjoy every moment. Do you find it yourself? You're enjoying football as much as ever?
I think I definitely last 7, 8, 9 months. I'd say sometimes because like the pressure of playing for Celtic, like there's a game every couple of days, like important games, and I think it can maybe be sometimes hard to enjoy it. Like you maybe enjoy it once like the kind of season's finished, or if you've won a cup, like you can enjoy it there. But there's always a big game. But no, I think I personally I do feel as though it's probably one of the most I've ever enjoyed, like being a part of it and playing. And then I think obviously it helps like with how successful the team's been and how well the team's playing as well.
Because you've obviously lived through that for all your career, that pressure, the demands, you get to this stage, you can maybe handle it better than maybe some of the other guys who are just new to it. Do you feel like that kind of gives you the chance to maybe appreciate it more as well?
Aye, maybe when I was in my mid-20s and that, you kind of, it was kind of new when you're winning constantly, and the pressures of it, as I said, like it doesn't matter what game you're playing, like the pressure's massive. Like the amount of fans that come to our home games, away games, it's mental throughout the full season. So I think maybe just when you kind of sit back a wee bit when you're older and realise like how big the club is, and you know that like you're not going to play forever, so you want to enjoy it as much as you can, and definitely it's been right up there for me.
You feel that on the pitch that it helps your game as well, maybe get to play with a freedom that you maybe it's hard to play with in those demands?
I can always remember Matt O'Reilly. He always used to talk about like having fun and enjoying yourself, and I think the manager says as well when you're playing with a smile on your face, you can see like loads of boys in there like they're feeling confident. And I think that's why that the team is doing really well. Like everyone's enjoying like the hard work and the games, and like you see it with the performances and the results as well.
It's quite a rare thing in football to get that. Everybody's enjoying it at the same time. Is it? Different clubs have got different pressures. Maybe some are battling relegation, but you're a club where winning every week is demanded as well. But it's quite a rare thing to get that feeling throughout the squad as well. It seems to be. Yeah,
and I think it's good with the amount of players that we do have in the squad, because if we maybe played one game a week for the full season, it maybe wouldn't work. But I think because we have got so many players in so many games, then everyone can still get like a lot of game time throughout the season, and I think that's what the manager's done really well when he's changed it from the start of the season.
James, just on that, you said that the last 8, 9 months being right up there. Do you use last season as a kind of reference point, because there was a period then where you then got a run in the team starting? Do you look at that to perhaps push you on for this season?
Aye, like maybe January, February last year, it was the first kind of time in my career I've ever been like left out squad. So then when I got back in, I just kind of said to myself, like just make sure you enjoy any time you go out there and play, and just just give your best, and that's what you can do. And as I said, I think like myself and the team and everyone's just kind of kicked on from there, and it definitely does give you confidence going into this season, and hopefully that helps us for now towards the end of the season.
What do you mean of Aberdeen? Close one at Celtic Park, not so at Hampden.
Yeah, no, I think they've done really well this season. They've got a good squad as well, and obviously the game at Celtic Park was tight, and the cup game, I think we were just really good. But it's going to be a hard game tomorrow, and one we're looking forward to.
What about your hunger for playing for Scotland? Does that still remain the same?
Aye, it's always been there. I think last season it was a great end going away at the Euros, and obviously not playing in the games at Euros was obviously it was a hard one to take. But I've spoke with the manager, and I think the main thing is the focus is here, like get game time here, and then once it comes around to the games, then I can have a chat with the manager about being in the squad.